In my
And
private group, I actually show people how to clean up their credit and how to increase their score. And I do understand that the credit system eventually is going to go away. And I know that banks are going to change and become wealth management centers, but you're still going to have people lending. You're still going to have companies that are going to lend to people. So I'm just teaching you how to play the credit game if you're in the game, as Brother Dexter and Adept Moore are saying. So here you go, Dex. Is this what you're talking about?
Yes. So I'm just
Okay.
saying that when the more you understand how they're looking at your score and how they're calculating the percentages, you can utilize that to boost your score a lot quicker than you would otherwise. And you can, from you being able to increase your score, they will open up more credit lines for you. Because like you said, the banks that you're referring to that's going to revalue the currencies, they're
Mm-hmm.
still banks and they still operate the same way we know them to operate today. There,
Mm-hmm.
there will be some changes, but they will still, as you said, they will still be loaning out money, and it's a good way to get ahead. Now, I have a question for
Okay.
you, Dr. Pruitt.
Yes.
What do you see Jasira and Nesara looking like?
Well, the way I see Jasara and Nasara looking, I mean, do you want me to just give you the principles of what they said it's going to look like, or what I
Yes,
think? What they
yes,
say? What they
sure,
say it's going to look like? Okay. So if people were to look at my channel, I actually have a video on Nasara. I'm going to look underneath that video because I'll show everybody what that looks like. 1 second. That video is called Wealth for Everyone on my YouTube channel. Um, it's something that I published yesterday, and I've been doing this for many years. It's the same video with the same information. So I'm going to show you in 1 minute, Dex, and I'll make this quick
sure.
because I don't know how much time you all have. Thank you both for being here. Let me get on this.
honor
Edit
to be here.
the. In the video, I'm trying to look at the benefits. Hold on. For those of you who are watching, this show is sponsored by Simply Holistic. That is the company that produces the honey that I eat and the black seed oil mixed with the oregano oil. And I put that information in the chat for you. Okay, here we go. The Nesara benefits. I'm going to bring it up for y'all to see it right now. Here it goes. Okay. Can y'all see that? That this Nesara benefits? Can you see it on your end?
Yes,
I'm in the back.
Yes.
yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
benefits on the start. This is what the video looks like here. Wealth for everyone on the planet. The benefits of Nesara, the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. Number one, zeroes out all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities. Should I just go one by one, or you want me to stop?
Were you going to say something about that?
No, I
You
don't know
you
if
can
you
go
wanted
ahead
to
and
say
read them.
something.
No, I just
Okay,
want to
number
see
one.
it because I've heard,
Mhm.
we've discussed Nasara and Jasira. I haven't
Mhm.
looked at these documents that you're pulling up, so I wanted to see what it will what it's expected to look like.
Okay,
And
zero
I
out
will.
all credit. Go ahead. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
I will say before you go through these are
Yes, sir.
things that are already supposed to be happening because
Mhm.
of how society is, what North America is, how we're supposed to be living. But due to the rogue takeover, we've been coerced into a debt-based society. So
Mm.
these things are, it's fascinating that they're going to happen, but it's like, yeah, about time. It should have been should have been take place. Like,
Hmm. Hmm.
give us our stuff, give us our land back, get out of here.
Right. Yeah.
Right, that part. Give us our stuff back. Okay, zeros out all credit card, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities. Secondly, abolish income taxes, which I believe is why President Trump said he's going to get rid of the IRS and implement the ERS, or external revenue services. Let's see. Okay, abolish the IRS, create a 14% flat rate, non-essential new items only sales tax revenue for the government. That's a part of Nesara. The fourth bullet point is that they will increase benefits to senior citizens. And they're talking about that right now, actually.
Mhm.
The fifth component, and y'all stop me whenever you want to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
The fifth is return us to constitutional law, to all the courts and lawful matters. It says legal matters, but we know we've been operating in admiralty law. Now they're saying we're going to return to constitutional law. And that's in alignment with our republic. 6, establish new presidential and congressional elections within 120 days after the Nesara announcement. Number 7, monitor elections. Go ahead. You want me to stop?
No, I was gonna say you don't have to read all of them. I wanted to get an idea
Okay,
of
well, let me go
what
quickly.
all. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Monitor elections and prevent illegal election activity. Number 8, create a new United States Treasury currency that's backed by precious metals. Number 9, initiate a new United States Treasury banking system that's in alignment with constitutional law. The 10th point is to eliminate the Federal Reserve System. The 11th point is to restore financial privacy. The 12th point is to retrain all judges and attorneys or lawyers, I would say, in constitutional law. 13, cease all aggressive United States government military action worldwide. 14, establish peace throughout the world. 15, initiate first phase of worldwide prosperity distribution of vast wealth, which has been accumulating for many decades. The law requires that the farmer claims be paid out first before the general public. And the reason for that is because the farmers are the one who took the United States Incorporated and the Federal Reserve central banking system before the world courts and said they were enslaving the planet. That's why the farmers are being paid first. 16, release enormous sums of money for humanitarian purposes. And we can see that's happening with President Trump creating the Sovereign Wealth Fund, and he will soon release that money. 17, enable the release of new technology such as free energy devices, pollution cleanup, and sonic healing machines. 18, reduce the work week hours to 20 hours per week. And finally, according to Nesara and Jasara, they will do what you were talking about, Brother Dexter, what we're calling now universal basic income. And that is everybody over the age of 21 having a sum of between $10,000 and $100,000 per month in their non-interest bearing account. For some people say it's going to happen for 11 years. Some people are going to say into perpetuity, meaning forever. So in other words, everybody's going to have a certain amount given to them in their account, their new quantum account. And it looks like a universal basic income, which is something that other nations, especially oil-rich nations, already do. And those are the main bullet points of Nesara.
Yes, and those are excellent points that I think are occurring right now in real time. But it takes time for it to play out, and then they have to play it out on the world stage. Right. So whereas you had this information years ago, we're just now seeing it, being announced and discussed on TV and on mainstream platforms. But as it plays out, we still have to have a strategy, a day-to-day strategy of how to live and how to survive and get past just surviving and being able to really accelerate our success levels, for ourselves and our families.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
1,000%. So, gentlemen, we've been on for about 2 hours almost. We can go longer, but I would like to hear your final thoughts on what Nesara, financial discipline, or the fall of the United States Incorporated. And I will start with you, Adept Moore. What are your final thoughts to the Soul family that you would like for us to take away from the podcast?
Well, first and foremost, thank you for having me. It's an honor. I was actually born in Cleveland, Ohio as well.
Yay!
So, connection there. Oh yeah, but final thoughts is just really just be appreciative for what you do have and stop focusing so much on what you don't have so far. Truly lean on that gratitude, because the gratitude is going to determine your attitude, which will determine your altitude. All right, so just stay heavy on the gratitude, be grateful for everything that's going on, and be grateful for the awareness, because again, we imagine just going through life and not even knowing about these things, not even knowing that, it's a game, it's all an illusion, and you're thinking everything was 1,000% real the way it is. So the fact that we are aware of that should be exciting, because eventually it all crumbles. Like Rome fell because they started creating money out of thin air. So it just by through history, it all has to crumble eventually. So just stay locked in and just find something that you can utilize, to lean on. Have the faith and keep going, and yeah, and just stand in it, stand strong. Don't let any type of negative thoughts seep in to destroy what you have going on. Continue to try and stay positive as much as you can. Practice that gratitude, and then just stay strong and stay solid.
Thank you so much. What is your Cash App, Adept Moore? Do you have one?
Yeah, it's $ illuminated fitness.
Spell it for me.
So it's $ illuminated, ILLUMINATED,
Okay.
fitness, FITNESS.
So you do fitness?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay, you have to come back on. Send me an email to kiapruitt@gmail.com. I would love for you to talk to the Soul family about the importance of fitness.
Okay, absolutely, and it correlates with finances as well. So I'll definitely do that.
Okay, I appreciate that. So to support the Adept more, you've been a wonderful contributor to the show and a supporter. So I want to thank you so much for all that you've done to add to the conversations throughout the time you've been here with us. I appreciate you joining my son, Dexter Lattimore, today, because you were like right on in the comment section, like agreeing with him and helping the conversation flow. So to support the Adept more, please, family, send him a Cash App to Illuminated Fitness. He will come back on to talk about financial and physical fitness and how they correlate with one another. So send him a Cash App to $ILLUMINATED That is Illuminated Fitness. Thank you so much. And so many people say there are no good men, there are no good men, but somehow I seem to find the wise men, the disciplined men, the husbands, the fathers, the men that love and respect women, the men that support the community. And it's because I'm aligned with that type of vibration. And when you yourself are aligned with being healthy and whole and complete, those people, including men, they'll just pop up everywhere, because you'll realize they've always been there. It's about what type of energy you exude. That's what you attract. Having said that, Brother Dexter, your final thoughts, because you've been wonderful to come here and talk about economics and family and finances. So what are your final thoughts as it relates to anything we've discussed today?
My final thoughts would be to be encouraged, right? Stay positive, as our brother mentioned, and prepare, right? Have strategies, because the country or the nation, the government as we know it, things are changing, and they're changing fast, right? I would agree again with the Nesara. All of these things are on its way, and they're happening right now. But the system has to collapse in order for those things to occur. That even when you look at those points, they are pushed or addressing the fact that a lot of these uh, systems are currently collapsing. And so, with that collapse, is going to come the usherance of a new time period, a new era, where we're not going to have to worry about working 40, 50 hours just to survive. So be encouraged that we are headed towards that trajectory. And in the meantime, definitely prepare, work, have strategies, and be financially disciplined, because financial discipline is always going to get you ahead in any type of era, no matter whether it's a recession or a boom. Being financially prepared and financially disciplined is always going to be beneficial to the individual and the family.
And the family. And you guys both have talked about discipline. That's something that I see a lot of Americans kind of, need a little help in. We need help and discipline. And I notice that a lot of us get upset when you hear about the government collapse, when you hear about anything dealing with us relying on or being dependent on some type of system. We're going to have to get away from that. We're going to have to rely on ourselves and be self-sufficient, rely on our families and our communities, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.